Good morning. Welcome to our morning meditation. I invite us all to make ourselves comfortable, to recognize that we walked through the doors this morning as individuals. We're now a part of the oneness of this meditation, sharing the time, the love that's in this room. I invite you to make yourselves comfortable. Notice your feet on the floor. The support of that connection with Mother Earth. The support of the chair beneath you. The chair on your back. I invite you to relax. Relax your feet and ankles. Relax your calves and your knees. Your thighs, your backside. Relax your back. Feel the support of the chair. Relax your stomach. Notice the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Your shoulders, upper arms. Relax your forearms, your wrists, out to the tips of your fingers. Relax. Up your neck, over your scalp. Relax your forehead. Let your eyes rest gently in their sockets. Relax the corners of your eyes. Your cheeks. Your mouth. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Relax the corners of your mouth. Fully present in this time. Let the chattering monkeys fall silent. And be fully present with that consciousness of spirit that is in the room, feeding us, pouring love into us in every moment. We breathe in the love. We breathe out the love. And we allow ourselves to fall silent. We notice our breath as we breathe in and release. We notice the beat of our heart. And we listen. We listen for that whisper of spirit. As we settle into this moment, we notice what comes up. And we listen. We listen more carefully to what comes up. As our time together this morning approaches its end, we notice what comes up. Perhaps it needs more attention. Perhaps not. But we leave wherever our consciousness has taken us this morning to return to this room, to the sounds of the water bubbling by the window, magnificent sound of that fountain that was donated to us by Toby Russell Pope. I'm grateful for its sound, grateful for its sound, grateful for each of us here in this time we share, and know that it is good. So as you're comfortable, gently open your eyes. Just notice the room. These beautiful people in this sacred space, made sacred by our intention to share this time together. Thank you all very much. If we were graduating, we could all throw our hats up in the air now. Wouldn't that be fun? We should do that on Hat Sunday, shouldn't we? Bob likes that idea. Thank you. That will be helpful. I take up more room than you think. Thank you, Christine.
Anybody can do it. You practice. Thank you. You know what? You are who you are. Well,
Are we live, Jennifer? Oh, hi, everyone. We're live. We're always live. Good morning. Welcome to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, an integrated CSL where all faiths are welcome and none is required. I'm Maria Dion. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm grateful for each one of you being here today, whether in this room or online. Thank you for turning off your cell phones so that we can maintain the sanctity of our time together. If you're joining online, welcome. You can click the closed captioning if you need assistance, and someone will help you. Together, we're transforming the world with the power of love in action. I want to take a moment to honor many people who are love in action this morning and this week leading up to today's service with all the prep that they've done. Our musical inspiration is Reverend Kit, our tech team. Yay. So glad to have you back. Thank you. Our tech team is Jennifer Wilmer. Our greeters are Carol Ann. We have Food Angels. The Spirit Brown Bookstore staff are Liz and Gilbert. We also have licensed spiritual practitioners here today. Greg Gardner, practitioner, is leading led our meditation this morning and is holding the service in consciousness and prayer. Practitioner Chris Duvall will lead us in our opening prayer and share the reading for the day. Reverend Gill will host our celebration, and our inspirational message for the day is Reverend Kit from Santa Fe, New Mexico. She's back with us. I have some other announcements. The Spirit Bound Bookstore has a 20% off sale on all Science of Mind magazines, the Unity magazine, and Spirituality and Health. That's a great magazine. I really enjoy that. So I hope you take a look at it and pick it up. Our August Artist of the Month is Linda Fellion with her Tachyon products. The bookstore next week, August 23rd, is hosting an aura and chakra photo session with the availability of a detailed report in the social hall. So you can check out what your aura looks like and get an explanation about that. So that's going to be very cool. That will take place next Sunday from 9:30 to 12 p.m. Oh, excuse me, the 23rd, Saturday. Thank you. Erase Sunday. Thank you, thank you. Our Labor Day picnic is Monday, September 1st. There's more information about that in the newsletter. Thank you. And in today's handout. It's going to be really fun. We've done that every year for the past few years as a community, and they're going to have all kinds of great stuff and great music, so I hope that you can join us. Please see Carol Ann. There are lots of positions available for volunteering, and it's a wonderful way to avoid being voluntold that you're doing something. So I hope that you'll consider contacting Carol Ann. It's just a really great way to be connected. We're all connected here on Sunday, but it's great. It's a wonderful way to keep up that connection during the week. So hope that you take advantage of that. And I know Reverend Gill has an announcement about the Change Your Thinking class. Thanks.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you. So, I have the privilege of leading and facilitating Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, which will start on August 26th in the evening from 6 to 9, probably 6 to 8:30. I'm going to try to trim it up a little. But it's a foundational class. It's where you get the basics of what is this thing about, and it'll be fun. We have some folks that we did a class called Foundations with recently. I know they had fun, yes, and we haven't done this class in a year or so. But anyway, we'd love to have you all come. It's in the bulletin, etc. The other thing, though, that I've added is an online version, which is going to happen Thursday mornings at, is it 9 or 10? 10 o'clock. from 10 to 12:30, and it's going to start on September 4th. So, there's no excuses to not come, right? It's a great class. The class itself is great. Just the basic stuff about, hey, how does this, people say the cliche, change your thinking, change your life. What are they talking about? So that's kind of exciting. So love for you all to consider that. We're happy to have you there, and thank you so much. And I'd like to invite Chris to come forward to get us started formally with our service.
That was lovely to hold the bowl and feel the vibration of the sound through my body. So as we turn to that energy of sound and light and love, we know that is what has created us, what sustains us, what transforms us. As we allow the conditions of our humanity to work with us and to arise from the depths of whatever might be the human experience into the memory of the truth, the spiritual truth of our being. And I am grateful for this philosophy, for this center, for this community, for the love that we can experience through our faith, through our relationships, the uplift that is possible when we are in tune with spirit and one another. And so I know that that's what this service is about today. And I bless it in all of its wonder and perfection, and just allow it to be. And let's anchor that by saying, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to invite you to stand, and we're going to do our opening song this morning. And it's very, very simple. Love lives in me, love moves through me, love expresses as me, and then each verse we will change the first word. It's real simple. I know you're going to get it because we've done it here before. So I hope it triggers something in your brain, but it goes like this. moves through me, power expresses as me. Power lives in me, power moves through me, power expresses as me. Love, love lives in me, love moves through me, love expresses as me. Love lives in me, love moves through me, love expresses as me, as me, as me. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Kit. Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
All right. Well, between the last time you were here and this time, you've relocated to New Mexico?
I have.
Wow.
Santa Fe, yeah.
An official New Mexican now.
Yes.
Yes. Although it's Santa Fe, but we still love you. It's all right. Oh. Well, I am Gil. I am the spiritual director here, and my pronouns are he and him, and I welcome you all who are here, all who are with us online. We are grateful to have you. Are you grateful to be here? Yes. All right. Excellent. So what we like to do is kind of just touch base on what our basics are here as a New Thought, Ageless Wisdom, Science of Mind community. First of all, we know that there's only one God. You can call it different things, but it's still one power, it's one energy, it's the one thing. And so we subscribe to that knowingness. We also take the time to enhance our awareness of that, to become aware of the presence of Spirit as us, through our time together, through our time in meditation, through our time in prayer, through all the different things that we do it mindfully. And as creative beings, I don't know about you, but we can make up some great stories, can't we? And so when we talk about thinking and what we think changes our lives, often it's something we think we know, but it's really something we just made up. And so that's where the change comes in, when we anchor ourselves back to the reality of what is true. It's all spirit, it's all love. And so we adjust our thinking as needed. We also know that everything is either an expression of love or a call for love. So the reality is it's all love, but it shows up as either an expression or a call. And so when the call for love shows up, we get the opportunity to be that expression. And finally, each one of us is whole, perfect, and complete right where we are. So give yourself a hug and say, I'm whole, perfect, and complete. I'm whole, perfect, and complete. See that? Wow. Very cool. So this is the time when we get to welcome everyone who's not been with us before. If we have anyone new in the room, anyone online, we want to acknowledge you and send love to you. If you'd like to stand and have us recognize you, that's great. If not, that's great. We're going to send it to you anyway. So here you go. So we're going to take our hands and rub them together, and we're going to offer this blessing to one another and to all of you who may be new with us. We see you.
We see you.
We know who you really are.
We know who you really are.
You are that divine emanation of spirit.
You are that divine emanation of spirit.
You are the life of love here.
You are the life of love here.
We thank Spirit for you.
We thank Spirit for you.
And we welcome you home.
And we welcome you home.
Thank you. Chris.
The Hindu scriptures say that love is the foundation of all virtues. And the Christian scriptures, if I speak in the tongues of men and angels but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have all faith in my power to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all that I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. Let's reflect on that for a moment.
When I was younger, I considered myself smart. I'd live my life head first in matters of my heart. But those who said they loved me lived in fear and often lied. They taught me not to love myself, so I kept my dreams inside. Oh, how our lives are changed when fear becomes the seed. A steady diet of external unmet need. Then I caught a glimpse of love through tears that filled my eyes. In a moment of surrender, much to my surprise, I saw the ocean in a raindrop, the desert in a grain of sand, a forest in an acorn, and the whole world in my hands. I found the only oasis that could ever quench my thirst. And I lived a life, love first. You don't know where love will lead. You don't know. So I pulled my dreams out and I set them side by side. Many to choose from and not one will be denied. I don't know where love will lead, but it opens up my eyes. Each moment of surrender is such a sweet surprise. I saw the ocean in a raindrop, the desert in a grain of sand, a forest in an acorn, and the whole world in my first. Love first. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Reverend Kit. And as she's preparing to come forward to offer us our message this morning, I just wanted to say that Rob and I had a delightful opportunity to spend some time together and talk and share, and found out we have some parallels in terms of our timing in history with New Thought and all of that. We're also ordination littermates.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So, we'll always have that. So, Reverend Kit, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Reverend
And
Gill.
let us just give her a warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I like that, litter mates. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, once again. If you maybe hadn't picked up on it yet this morning, we are talking about love. Thank you. We're talking about love. We're talking, in fact, about soaring in love. That's our topic. That's our theme today. This feels a little close and a little scratchy. Thank you. Is that better? Okay. I heard my plosives. So I have all kinds of accoutrement here that, okay. My security. I'll give just a brief about that. I've been a musician much longer than I've been a minister. And my safety net when I first started doing talks was usually in the places that I played, they had a baby grand piano, and I could hide behind the piano. That was my safety thing. This is where love leads. Love brings us into that place of being able to stand up fully, authentically who we are without shields. Vulnerability is not a weakness. As much as we maybe have heard that often in the last several months from certain corners of the social media milieu. Vulnerability is one of the strongest things, is the most courageous we can be because we are standing authentically in who we are. And when we know who we are, we can show up as the love that we were meant to show up as. This song, Love First, that I wrote a number of years ago, and it was a huge stretch for me because I knew that my family members were going to hear that certain lyric that said, those who said they loved me lived in fear, and I, in the recording, says sometimes lied. Often. I have changed that word from sometimes to often. Because there was a standard, there was a given normalcy to what was acceptable to be. And it was generational. It is generational. I heard the ahas. We know that. Those who said they loved me lived in fear. That was what I was taught. I was taught to be terrified of God. I was taught to be terrified of real, authentic love. Because those who loved me didn't know any better. That's what they got. They got, you must be afraid of this thing outside of us that is arbitrary and capricious and may smite you without warning for whatever. Right? I mean, here's some ex-Catholics in the crowd, of which I are one. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we came by it honestly. And we know now with this beautiful thing that we have called new thought and metaphysics and consciousness and our ability to realize we can have a deep, personal, loving, authentic relationship with that which created us. We don't need an intermediary to tell us how to do it. And as most of you know, that's the thing about love. Our very first thing in spiritual mind treatment is recognizing that it exists. When we consciously turn toward it, of course, not being outside of us. It is our consciousness turning within that says, oh, that's right. God is expressing in and through. God lives in me. God moves through me. God expresses as me, as we sang in our opening song. What an easy affirmation. Oh, that's right. I'm reminding myself. I like to change that now. I'm kind of evolving in my own thing around that. Not so much recognition that God is, but remembering that God is. Shifting that first step of spiritual mind treatment to, oh, that's right. And then that wraps the second one in there too, that God is in me, in all of us, in everything. And when I come from that place and I look at the wonder of the world and I really contemplate everything that's around me, from nature outside to the building inside, and everything that began with an idea, that idea came from that source. So recognizing it, remembering that it is a part of us, it is in us, it is as us, it is through us, and everyone else, including the ones we don't like. And that's hard. I know. Doggone it. You can at whatever name you want to give it. It. All of us. And I love so much that you reference that in your what we stand for, what we believe, because that's in there about knowing, practicing, meditating on, contemplating on that concept that everything that we do, everything that we say, every action that we take is either an expression of love or a call for love. And when we don't know how to express healthy love, we act out. That's the second part of this thing about soaring in love. The first one being that we remember, we recognize. The second one being that we are in relationship, and it requires a great deal of respect. Not just relationship outside, but beginning with the relationship that we have with ourselves. To have enough respect for ourselves as divine beings, to remember that we go, okay, there's something greater, much greater behind me, that force of the universe, that thing that created me, that I call love. If I know that is behind me all the way, that power and that presence, then I'm going to be a lot more respectful of how I treat myself. And therefore, when I am more respectful of myself, I'm more respectful of everybody around me. And it sounds like, well, that's really simple. Yes, if everybody could do that, we'd be in great shape, right? But we go back to that thing. Not everybody got the message. We come in with the message. We come in inherently knowing that we are unconditionally loved and infinitely resourced. And then it slowly gets kind of sanded off of us. Well, sometimes sandblasted off of us, right? We get told from the beginning. We get told how to be quiet. Not be quiet and be still, but be quiet. Shut up. We get told not to cry, not to be too excited. Or sometimes the coverall is just behave. Why can't you behave? What does that mean, right? So from the very beginning, we get all of these messages that say we can't feel, we're not supposed to, it's not okay to feel. It's not okay to have anger. It's not okay to be too excited. It's not okay to be a kid. It's not okay to have too much wonder or curiosity. It's not okay to ask those questions, especially about God. Because guess what? Those who say they loved us didn't have the answers either. Nobody had the answer. There was just this, well, they did it, so we're going to do it, so we're going to tell you how to do it, we're going to tell you how to behave, so everybody gets along, and then we can just move through life and everybody can be samey same. But you know that we weren't built for that. Sorry, this is just, it's falling off my ear now. I know. So respect. Beginning with knowing who we are, doing the work to go inside and look in the dark corners. It's not easy work. It's not fun sometimes. And much of the time, if you're sitting in this room right now or in any New Thought church anywhere in the world right now, you were probably shoved in here to figure out who you were. Something or, a series of some things brought you back to, number one, remembering that God is all there is and that who we are. And number two was like, that thing in the back of my mind keeps saying, I know that, I feel that, but I don't have the language and I don't have the structure and how do I find it? And then we find ourselves here. This is really interesting. Sorry about that. It keeps falling off my ear. And now it's on tape. Can I use the handheld? Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that feels so much better. So, yes. Okay, so this is the work that we do in this teaching. We do the work in consciousness. Why do I think the way I think? Is that my own belief? Is that someone else's that got put upon me? Who am I in my relationship with the thing that created me? And as we stay in this practice and we do this practice, then we get to that place where we say, oh, there's something I can work with. I have tools. I can experiment. I can be in a safe community where it's okay to try something and say, well, that didn't work. And nobody's going to stand up and say, well, you're doing it wrong. Usually. I'm also very aware that I'm aware. So here's the thing. The author Hugh Prather, in his book, The Little Book of Letting Go, says, if it were possible to summarize all mystical teaching in a single sentence, this would come close. Make your state of mind more important than what you're doing. That means consciousness first. Before you take the step out, before you say the thing that you're probably going to maybe regret you want to say. Because you've moved out of the consciousness of love into judgment, lack, projection. I don't have to explain that. You know what I'm talking about. So make consciousness your first thing. And that pretty much wraps up everything about New Thought teaching in any mystical practice, as he said. My early practice, from moving out of those who said they loved me, said and feared and sometimes lied, and taught me not to love myself. I came across the Science of Mind more than 25 years ago via the magazine. The Student Was Ready. You know that story. Some of my very first affirmations, because I wasn't even aware that I didn't love myself. I was in denial about so many things because I had lived in so much shame. And so all of that, all of the stuff, a great outward appearance. I presented well. And I was an absolute mess on the inside. So the thing about we have affirmations and we have mantras. Mantras are usually a single word or two words. The Sanskrit meaning of the word mantra, man, M-A-N, meaning thought, and tra is a tool or an instrument. So it literally means an instrument or a tool to thoughtfulness, mindfulness, to manage this, manage the monkey mind. So those one word things, and of course, I learned through the science of mind that the I am is the most powerful thing we can attach. Whatever comes afterwards, the I am is we are telling Source that we are in agreement, that the I am is, whether it is I am lovable, loved, loving. That was one of my very first affirmations, my very first mantras, because I didn't believe it. But as a tool for the mind, for mindfulness, it was, I'm going to keep saying this, and keep saying this, and keep saying this, because I would rather say I am love, or I am lovable, I am loving, or I am loved, than I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, because we know the creative process. I'm sick of being broke. I'm sick of messing up my life and not knowing why I keep messing up my life. So the I am, that mantra, that was the personal one, but the greater one was the real simple mantra, God is and I am. That took a while to wrap my head around. But the spiritual logic behind that is, if I exist, that means, in this teaching especially, that God is in me too. If God is all there is and I am and I exist and I'm living and I'm breathing, then God must be in me too. So those practices that we do can be so very simple. Because our affirmations, and I'm guilty of this myself, my affirmations can get real lengthy and real involved. And then I realize I'm starting to control what I want God to do for me. So I go back to simple because I affirm, and this is the middle part of spiritual mind treatment, is it's this and then it's this and it's this and then all of a sudden I've got like my Christmas list of what I want God to do for me. God is already doing for me. I'm the one that has to get lined up with that. And that's something that I've learned over the course of this practice. And really digging in deep to saying, yeah, okay, I'm aware that my thinking's probably been a little bit dysfunctional along the way. But again, yeah, a little. Yeah, a little. But the thing is, when we recognize that, the humility to turn it over to say, okay, I didn't know better, but I'm doing better now. I'm more mindful. I'm using the tools of mindfulness so that I can soar in that place of love. I can stand above it and go, yeah, I'm human, I'm learning, I'm expanding, I'm growing, I'm participating, I'm an active participant in the evolution of my consciousness. And because I'm doing that, I'm giving, standing in a living manifestation of, you can do this too. And so our respect for self transfers, of course, into respect in our relationships. One of the most important things that we can do in our relationships, and this has taken me a lot of years to learn, is to be an intentionally attentive listener. Whether it is in a personal relationship, whether it is in a business exchange, whatever it might be, to listen. And to listen, practice listening, if you can, without judgment, without trying to jump in and fix the other person, without giving advice, and especially, and this is something we were not taught, if someone cries, the first thing we do is we want to make them stop crying. Thinking, lots of times projecting, that we are making them, helping them feel better. when in reality what we're doing is we're just trying to alleviate our own discomfort because someone else is suffering. Thich Nhat Hanh says in his book Anger, which I highly recommend, he said, compassionate listening is a very deep practice. You listen not to judge or to blame. You listen just because you want the other person to suffer less. What he's not saying is, in order for you to suffer less, I need to fix you. It's really just holding space and being the presence of God for someone to just say, I'm having a really awful day. Now, we also know that in that, there are people who want us to fix them. They want us to fix their problems so that they don't have to take responsibility for those icky, ouchy, hurt places. Because that, too, is the way that a lot of us were taught. Something outside of me, someone outside of me is going to fix this. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to sit back and whine about it. We're seeing that in spades these days. It's everybody else's fault but mine. Which takes us right back to self-respect. If we're going to soar in love, we got to do the work. And when others can't, our job is to stand in our truth fully, authentically, just with nothing but love, just like shoving love at people. And say, no matter what you do to me, I'm just going to hold this space of love because I can see you might need a little bit more of that today. That's very simplified, of course, you know that. This is not magical thinking that we're just going to wave our wands and so forth and love and all is well. But we give other people permission to show up authentically. You know the quote from Marianne Williamson. When we show up, you can't argue with the truth. This is who I am. I'm sorry if you don't like it or if it makes you uncomfortable. I'm not going to hang out with you and let you abuse me if you don't like it. I'm just going to keep reflecting love. I'm going to keep reflecting my truth, my courage, my strength, my faith in that greater power that created everything. The last thing for us to soar in love, again, everything's either a cry for love or an expression of it. We stay grounded. We practice staying grounded in remembering who we are. And we stay grounded in reflecting that to others. I want to share this last one with you just because it makes me laugh. You may have heard it before, but it is about an expression of love or a cry for love. Perspective and holding the ground. There was a DEA officer that went to visit a rancher. And he showed up on the ranch, and he went to the rancher, and he says, I need to come inspect your fields to see if there's any illegal drugs being grown here. And the rancher said, sure, okay, just don't go in that one field over there. And the officer pulls out his badge, and he's really pissed off. And he says, this badge here says that I am the law and order in these parts. So I can go, it gives me the power to go wherever I want. Have I made myself clear? And the rancher nods his head politely and says, sorry, sir. He goes about his business. The officer goes out into the field, and very, very shortly after, there's this screaming, bloody murder from the officer running back across the field, being chased by an angry bull. And the rancher says, your badge, show him your badge. So with that, I want to leave you with one affirmation as we go into a prayer, spiritual mind treatment. This beautiful little book called Affirmations for the Inner Child. Does anybody have it? It's a daily meditation affirmation thing. And as it just so happened yesterday, one part of this was in the affirmations for the inner child from Raquel Lerner. She says, whatever I do today is important because I am exchanging one day of my life for it. Love. Keep that in mind. Every day we are exchanging a day of our life for a way that we want to be consciously or unconsciously in the world. I invite us as we go into this prayer to think about love. Would I exchange this day for anything but love? And I invite you to close your eyes if you feel so comfortable doing so. And what I know, this is that place where I remember recognizing, and yes, thank you practitioners and ministers if you feel so inclined to stand and just surround this room, surround our virtual sanctuary this morning. And thank you for doing so. That we hold this space of absolute knowing. I know this in myself, that we hold this space, that love is all there is, God is all there is. And really allow ourselves to sink, settle, rest deeply in that knowing. And what I hold and affirm for everyone, and myself included, everyone on the planet, every being, is that we consciously, willingly choose to trade this day, to give one day today to love. That we know the power of it, that we know the joy of it, that we know that we have come here to be love. That's what I affirm. That knowing is reawakened, reignited, turbo boosted. That we are made of nothing but love. And knowing that is what I hold, and that I affirm, that we know that in every single moment, not just little bits throughout the day, every moment we tap into it, we can tap into it. We have the power and the ability to remember that everything we need is already provided, always. That our level of consciousness is open to that place that accepts that accepts that everything is available now. I rise in that gratitude, and I know this because I know when my words have connected. I feel it physically. I feel the joy rise up. I feel the gratitude rising, knowing that it is so. And it's delicious. And I wouldn't trade that for anything else in this day. So I affirm that as I know it for myself, I know it for everyone in this room, everyone on this planet. That love is indeed the only answer. It is the only thing that we were here for, that we are here for. It is the only thing that we have come here to be as the demonstrations of unconditional love. And so knowing that it is good and it is God and it cannot be anything else, but I allow it to be so. And we can affirm this together by saying, and so it is. when we open our hearts and cast our love across the seas, we will share our light with the rising sun, and we'll know who we've come here to be. Oh, when we open our eyes and recognize the possibilities, we will share our minds, and when day is done, we will know who we've come here to be. A light for justice, a light for hope and peace like the world has never known, and love, oh love, is who we've come here to be. A light for freedom, a light for joy and healing like the world has never known, and love, oh love, is who we've come here to be. Oh love is who we've come here to be.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your words. So we have the opportunity now to bring forth our gifts of financial support for this community and the ongoing activities that we have. And I've been asked to make a reminder. Some of you may have seen these envelopes in the back of the chairs. There's one purpose for these envelopes. If you want to give cash and you want to allow us to be able to honor that giving by giving you a statement at the end of the year that says you gave us that cash, you have to put it in here and put your name on it. I know not everybody does that because I see a lot of cash in there. And it has nobody's name. If you write your name on the bill, we still can't honor it because we're not sure. You don't have to use it if you have a check because magically your name appears on that. So just FYI, for some help for us and help for you, that would be great. And if you're at home, we have some ways to give that scroll across the screen. And of course, all of us can take advantage of those. I know many of us give on a regular basis through the online arena. So if you have your gift with you or something that symbolizes it, please put it on your heart and just hold it and say with me this affirmation. I am abundant, and I give from my abundance. I am prosperous, and I give from my prosperity. I am blessed, and I give from my blessings. My blessings of spirit are as abundant as the stars, and so I give and receive generously, and so it is.
All right. When I feel like I'm going without, I'm going within. When it feels like I can't go on, I know it's time to begin to remember the good things you've given to me. Life, love, health, prosperity. All I do is say thank you. I am free. I lift up my voice and I sing with you by my side. I could conquer anything for your love like nothing's going my way, I'm going with you. When it feels like I don't know what to say, you know just what to do. 'Cause you are my source and my supply. You're always there to help me get by. With you I spread my wings. Now watch me fly. I lift up my voice and I sing. With you by my side, I can conquer anything. For your love and all the joy you bring, I lift up my voice, and I sing. I lift up my voice, thank you, and I sing. With you by my side, I could conquer anything. For your love and all the joy you bring, I lift up my voice, and I sing. Lift up my voice, and I sing. Lift up my voice, lift up my voice, and I
Yes, thank you, Reverend Kit. Wow.
Thank you.
Now, all of those songs are available on a CD somewhere.
Yes, they are.
And those CDs would be found in the back on the table.
Why, yes, they would be.
All right.
Reverend Gill.
Just FYI, in case you were wondering.
And a
on a
USB
USB drive, even
yes.
better. That's
Downloads
wonderful.
and everything. You can
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right. So we can take Kit with us wherever we go. All right. Well, let's bless our gifts that came in. That we lay before the. I got lost in my words. I'm just grateful for all that we are able to give and receive, and know that in our receiving we are giving, in our giving we are receiving. And I'm knowing that this allows us to function as a vibrant and loving community. And so I receive these gifts with love and say, and so it is. All right. Well, I have one other thing before Chris comes forward, or as she's coming forward, either one. So we have a colleague of ours, actually, who is Reverend Stacy Hilton in Las Vegas, and she's turning 60. Don't tell anyone, but they are collecting a bunch of cards for her this year as a special thing. So what we did, Robin and I, was we got a few cards that we're going to put in the back hall that you can just sign from us here at RGCSL to wish her well for her birthday. She's also one of the main people that's putting together this event in a couple weeks called New Thought in the Desert, which we will be at. So she's a very active person in our community, and we just thought you might have a fun doing it. Yes, and their center and she were part of Marilyn's class when she did her Elegant Exit class online. Yes. Okay. Cool. So thank you. Chris, please come forward and give us this closing.
The last words. It's been a joy. Reverend Kit, thank you for connecting with us in love. It's through your word and music. Thank you all for participating in the service today. And don't forget to take advantage of the prayer that we offer in our prayer garden over there where Greg is. You can also leave your prayer requests online or in that little treasure chest back there where Carol Ann is standing. And let's see, don't forget to join us for food also. And I heard that there's cake. Happy birthday, Grace. Where did you go? Oh, she's back there already. Okay, anyway, come and join us. We'll now have a closing song and affirmation.
If you'd like to sing along with me, blessed always, and you can stand if you feel so. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. That last line together. Let us speak. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Amen, and so it is. Oh, sorry. Oh, I would love an affirmation. Do I have one in my head? God is, I am. Together, God is, I am. And so it is. Now it is. Thanks.
And I was going to go up and do it, but you were so gracious with your thank you, amen, and I was like, well, I'll just let it go. And apparently, some people couldn't let it go.
It's all right. It's all right. Thank you.
But that was the affirmation I basically had. I just added love into it.
Okay. God is love, I am love.
Yeah.
Cool.
As God is love, I am love. So,
Perfect.
So it is. Thank you so much for being here.